Have you ever wondered who the most feared female ninja in history was? The figure that even samurai and warlords would hesitate to challenge? A woman whose legacy was so cloaked in secrecy that few truly understand her influence even today? Her name is Mochizuki Chiyojo, a woman who became more than just a shadow in the night. She became a legend. But how did she rise to such heights in a world dominated by men and warriors? And why, despite her legacy, is she still so unknown to most? Today, we unravel the story of Mochizuki Chiyojo, Japan's most famous female ninja, the ultimate kunoichi. Introduction to the kunoichi. To understand Mochizuki Chiyojo, we first need to understand what it meant to be a kunoichi, a female ninja, in feudal Japan. The ninja, or shinobi, are often romanticized as the invisible warriors of Japan. They were spies, assassins, and masters of espionage, operating in the shadows, unseen but always present. Kunoichi were a critical part of this world. Female ninja had the advantage of being underestimated, overlooked in a society where women were not typically seen as warriors. But their skills were every bit as deadly as their male counterparts. Mochizuki Chiyojo was one such kunoichi, but what set her apart was her unparalleled mastery of the ninja arts and her ability to command both respect and fear. The early life of Mochizuki Chiyojo. Born in the mid-16th century, in the middle of Japan's Sengoku period, a time of relentless civil wars, clan conflicts, and political intrigue, Chiyojo was destined to become more than just a bystander to history. Her family, the Mochizuki clan, was deeply connected to the Takeda clan, one of the most powerful samurai families of the era. But what made Chiyojo stand out from an early age was her keen intellect, her sharp instincts, and her ambition. She trained not just in the traditional arts expected of women but in the deadly techniques of ninjutsu, stealth, subterfuge, and assassination. Her talents didn't go unnoticed, and it wasn't long before she was inducted into the ranks of the elite kunoichi. As she rose through the ranks, Chiyojo realized that to survive and thrive in a world dominated by men, she would need to outsmart, outmaneuver, and outperform all those around her. She became not just a weapon but a strategist, a leader who could command the loyalty of other kunoichi and male ninja alike. The rise of a legend. Mochizuki Chiyojo's skills soon caught the eye of her clan leaders, particularly after she carried out a series of high-risk missions that demonstrated her unmatched ability to blend into her surroundings, extract vital information, and neutralize threats without detection. By the time she had fully matured into her role, she was leading her own band of female ninja, executing missions that were both deadly and decisive in the bloody wars of the period. Her reputation spread across Japan. She became known for her ability to infiltrate enemy camps, posing as a servant or a courtesan, while gathering vital intelligence that would shift the tides of war. But she wasn't merely an assassin. Chiyojo was a master of psychological warfare. She understood that sometimes, the mind was a more important battlefield than any field of combat. She was said to have the ability to strike fear into the hearts of powerful warlords without ever drawing a blade. Her presence alone was enough to unsettle even the most battle-hardened warriors. Curious facts. What made Chiyojo unique? What many people don't know is that Mochizuki Chiyojo's influence extended far beyond espionage and combat. She was also known for her involvement in the political machinations of the time. In an era where alliances were as fragile as the sharpest katana, Chiyojo's skills as a diplomat and mediator were crucial. She would often be sent to negotiate terms between warring factions, her presence acting as a reminder that if diplomacy failed, something far darker might follow. Another fascinating aspect of Chiyojo's life was her use of unconventional tactics. It's said that she was a master of herbs and poisons, using them not just to kill but to manipulate. She would administer concoctions that would render her targets disoriented, compliant, or unconscious, allowing her to extract secrets or plant information without a trace. One legend tells of how Chiyojo once foiled an assassination attempt on a powerful daimyo by switching places with a courtesan at the last moment, only to reveal herself as the true target when the assailant was within striking distance. Her quick thinking and reflexes turned what could have been a fatal encounter into a masterstroke of cunning. The fall of the Takeda clan and Chiyojo's final days. However, even legends are not immune to the tides of history. The Takeda clan, whom Chiyojo served so faithfully, would eventually fall in the late 16th century, crushed by the combined forces of rival clans. The death of Takeda Shingen, one of Japan's most formidable warlords, marked the beginning of the end for the Takeda. With the fall of her clan, Chiyojo found herself at a crossroads. She had lived her entire life in the service of the Takeda, but now she had no master, no home. Yet, rather than fade into obscurity, she became a free agent, an independent kunoichi who was sought after by lords and generals alike. Despite the tumultuous end to the Takeda's reign, Chiyojo's legacy endured. She remained a formidable presence in Japan's political landscape, even as the country edged closer to the unification under Tokugawa Ieyasu. It's said that her influence persisted well into her later years, as she continued to train a new generation of female ninja, passing on her wisdom, her techniques, and her iron will. Her legacy. Mochizuki Chiyojo's life is more than just a tale of espionage and combat. It's a story of resilience, cunning, and adaptation in the face of insurmountable odds. While many of her contemporaries have been immortalized in history books, her story is shrouded in mystery, passed down through whispers and secret scrolls. Yet her influence on the world of ninjutsu, particularly for female ninja, cannot be overstated. She proved that in a world dominated by powerful men, a woman could be just as deadly, just as strategic, and just as feared. Her name might not be as famous as other historical figures from Japan's feudal era, but for those who know, she remains the ultimate symbol of what it meant to be a kunoichi, a master of deception, a leader in the shadows, and a legend who shaped history from behind the curtain. Conclusion. Mochizuki Chiyojo's story isn't just about the past, it's about power, strategy, and the ability to survive when the odds are stacked against you. Her life serves as a reminder that sometimes the most powerful figures in history are those who remain hidden, influencing the course of events from the shadows. So, the next time you hear about the great warriors and leaders of Japan, remember the name Mochizuki Chiyojo, a kunoichi who proved that even in a world of samurai and warlords, the most dangerous weapon is often the one you never see coming. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.